What's up, Cord? What's going on, bud? It was alright. What'd you guys do? Oh, man. Good time. I remember when we were growing up and they used to have all the countdown shows and whatnot. They don't do that crap anymore. Later this afternoon, Al's got first dibs on it. Later this afternoon, I'm going to have some. Al's going to rip a couple boxes once it gets here. It's supposed to be here this afternoon. Yeah, I was disappointed they didn't have Darius Leonard on the checklist. It's a pretty good checklist for the most part, though. got going on? Now that Matt's back, I would expect that Contenders basketball is going to go through the freaking roof. Because he's going to open a crap ton of it, which is going to lead to Fish jacking up the price, which is going to lead to everybody else moving their price. I see it happen way too many times. Supply and demand, just like any other avenue of business. I'm happy because I was able to get 2 more cases at okay prices. Jared had one of them that he opened yesterday, and I've got the other one. Who are you trying to buy in Contenders? Yeah. I'd be surprised if he's not short printing. You see, all of a sudden, Panini's been releasing the numbers for the last 3 or 4 years on Contender. I thought that was completely random, out of nowhere. Who the heck is everybody this week? Who's KJ Torres? Do you know KJ Torres? I don't think I've seen them on in the morning. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. What's that? And he probably still gets more traffic. Yeah. That's how people are. What's going on, Walter? Yeah, I saw. It's pretty cool. We've hit Luca out of 2 out of the 3 cases we've had. I don't know if that's common or not. For the price he's selling at, I'm guessing not. But it's like you gotta love those European superstars. I know that feeling too, Walter. I wish I still had those two NTRPAs of Pat Mahomes I had. What does that one sell for? 200? Hey, Jared. Your package went out this morning, Jared. Just so you know. It's in a big old box. That was a lot of flipping cards. No, I top loaded. So the autos are top loaded, and the colors that I think you can sell are top loaded. The other shit, I sleeved and put in a 300 count box. There's about 500 colors that I just sleeved and threw in a box. Put in a 300 count box for you. There's a full one, and then there's like a half full one. No, I took care of it. All professional like and whatnot. Did you see what he did, Cord? I don't think you were around, so I don't know if you saw it. He opened 9 cases of Super Jumbo. It was nuts. It was fun, but it was nuts. And the cool thing is, the only red he hit, he already has the super of. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that they've been giving people a hard time about that, trying to push their own product. That's not really how Super Jumbo works, Cord, but you get more of the bigger names. It's weird. It's like last year. It's a lot of base and refractors, but you hit more of the big names on average. Like there were 7 Gorman autos. I think there was like 7 Kalinick autos. There were 10 Travis Swaggerty autos. Jonathan India 7 or 8 times. I think the best individual card was probably either the Clinic Blue or the India Green. What's up, Matt? Does the India Green not outsell that? I don't know. I haven't looked at prices lately. I have no clue, honestly. What's going on, my man? Happy New Year. Old hot hands. Old hot hands, JT. I think I'm going to give away a really nice card. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do it. I think I'm going to tie it to Bowman in some way. What is this? I still have 13, 14 in. No. You got to spend money. Monies. That sucks. I know there's a lot of that in that retail crap. Nobody really massive. I think Stowers might have been the best. No, Brady Singer was probably the best one. The best name. There was a Singer and a Stowers in the gold stuff. I can't remember who the others were. I'm just waiting to see what's happening, man. Yeah, Orange's Jumbo. I was pissed we didn't hit a red auto, though. I thought for sure in our 10 Super Jumbos we'd have a red auto, but it didn't happen. Yeah, if you get a whole bunch of 9.5s and 10s, you're going to be good. What up, Al? Still waiting on the delivery, man. I got an email from UPS, so I'm assuming that's what it is. It'll be here at like 3 or 4 o'clock, more than likely. My time. You just got to hit the right names. Bowman right now is a game of hot potato. It's not even necessarily holding, it's knowing who to flip and who to hold. And nobody's 100% right. Has he done something lately that's just caused his prices to skyrocket? Hey, why would you? Make the money when it's there to be made. Oh, okay. That's why. I mean, he's been outselling Tatum and Mitchell for a while from where they were at last year. I'm kind of shocked how little basketball has gone up recently. But I don't know. I'm no foreign market expert, but somebody told me that the Asian market wasn't great right now. And maybe that's hurting it. Yeah. I had a feeling he was going to do well with what he did last year. I just want to see what Zion's going to sell for next year. Because I got a feeling the hype for Zion is going to be next to the hype that was around LeBron. Yeah, I know. I can't wait to be like, you got allocated a half case of this. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, 1 pack. Here's your 1 pack of Revolution basketball. But I got 2 Masters last year. It doesn't matter. I still think that's insane that we hit that Galactic. That's just nuts. Oh, they're the worst from what I understand. Granted, it's all of them. None of them are that much better than the other, but I've heard horror stories with them. Yeah, really? Hey, Eric, do you go to the party? You do go to the Panini party? I don't know. I didn't go last year, and we still had fun. Jared and his brother went. So go. Go to what? The Panini party or the Nationals? Oh. Take out a second mortgage. Don't sell anything that you get. Don't sell anything that you get. You pretty much can break even if you just want to go. If you just want to go, that's what you do. You sell everything. Oh man. I kid, I kid. It's whatever I want to call it. Natty Bow. That's what I'm going to call it now, just to get under your skin. You going to the Natty Bow? I'll get all redneck on you. Who going down that Natty Bow? Somebody do a box of booming. Booming. This is a new case. Freshie McFreshenstein. I gotta get back to pulling some orange autos. I miss my orange autos. Oh man. I think we've had pretty good Bowman cases overall. for the most part. We still haven't hit a stupid red auto except for the dual autos. We've hit 2 red dual autos. We pulled a red wave finally the other day. But we've hit some really nice orange and golds. I know at the very least, off the top of my head, I know we've pulled Casey Mize and Jonathan India orange autos. Oh, Natty Light. Tanner Dodson. Tanner Dodson's the super we had. I'm hoping we got another one. I think we got 19 more cases. Hopefully we got another one in there. Natty Bo. PBR, son. We're all about the PBR. Ooh. PBR was so nasty back in the day. Angry Orchard. I used to drink Hornsby. I don't know if you ever had that. I should drink that stuff. Hornsby. Freshy. Freshy on the table. $1.75 a box. I can't remember a draft that's produced as much as this one. I've been really happy with the product so far. I think if this year does have someone that ends up breaking out in a big way, stuff's gonna go up really, really fast, really high, because of how solid it is overall. No, I'm fine with Joey Bart being at Bowman. Bowman's gonna be massive. Bowman's gonna have Joey Bart, Wander Franco, and then I'm hoping it's got Sully Matthias. If those three guys are in Bowman, I would doubt it because my guess is he's gonna ask for too much money. I think Crow might be the safest bet for Kyler Murray if he ever is in Bowman. But I don't know that he won't ask for too much money. But we'll see how it plays out. Oh, we can hope. We can always hope. But they've already started to print out that stuff. They already know who the checklist is. They're just not going to let me or you know. I mean, they've already given us the mock ups of Wander Franco. Seth Beer should be in 19 as well. Julio Pablo Martinez, that's the other one that they confirmed is in Bowman. That's one of the big Cubans. Let's see. Yeah, Bowman's going to be big though, because Bowman might have 3 autos that top 150 right off the bat. Kind of interested to see what Kyler Murray will sell for him when he has a Bowman auto. I don't know. People are going to hate the fact that he's like 5'7". So it'll be interesting. Hell no. I'd get rid of him in 2 seconds. I'd get rid of him in 2 seconds. He's just got a body that's not made for pro sports. I feel bad for him, but facts are facts. I've heard way too many people that have like stood beside him that are like that OU lists him at 5'10". They're like, there's no way he's 5'10". He's probably more somewhere around 5'8", possibly 5'7". I'm not exactly tall, so I think I'm just over 5'10". I wish he was a couple inches taller. He'd be a dynamic NFL prospect. The problem is that no NFL team is going to draft a 5'8" quarterback that has common sense. You're asking a lot. Should the key you can still see it a lot of the games that Drew Brees struggles. It's because teams get pressure up the middle. Because if you can get into his line of sight, he can't see over you. You know, it's. Oh, Cord, while I have you here, since I know you were like the biggest hater on him, can I get your thoughts on Baker Mayfield? The guy that you thought was a giant bust? uh, oh man, kid looks like he's got something. It's going to be interesting to see who they hire. If they stick with Greg Williams and the staff that they had to end the year because it seemed to work with Freddie Kitchen, or what they decide to do. I mean, if any interim staff gave themselves a chance, it's got to be the Cleveland. But is Cleveland willing to risk with Greg Williams You know, with Greg Williams' history, is Cleveland willing to risk that? He's just, man, I don't know what it is about him. Guys love him. They, they just say that guys gravitate towards him. That's the one thing that made me think he had a shot. Is you listen to all the people that knew him and they were like, guys just want to fight for him. He's a natural born leader. He's got a lot of fire and pizzazz, and he's definitely not a follower. But yeah, there's definitely two interesting quarterbacks out of this draft. Actually, I'd say three. What I'm interested to see is what New York does, because it was so obvious, and I don't know how many times you guys watched the Jets play, but if you watch Sam Darnold playing an up-tempo offense, he's money. But for whatever reason, the Jets try to like grind everything to a halt. And I just think if Sam gets with a coordinator that'll play up tempo, he's going to be good. The only thing I don't like about Josh Allen is he still throws an inconsistent deep ball. I like his skill set though. He's not much different than a freaking another version of Cam Newton. He's extremely athletic and big. What's up, Jason? Would you say great already? I'd say it's a TBD class. It's got the chance, but I'd say it's a to be determined. Because I think Josh Allen's shown you that he's got some stuff. So is Darnold. So is Baker. Baker probably more so than the others. Can Lamar keep doing what Lamar does until he can figure out how to be a better passer? I don't know. Rosen's flirting with that territory. And I'm really kind of surprised by that. And I'm interested to see who Arizona brings in and what they do. What they're going to do scheme wise should be really interesting. I think Arizona and the New York Jets have to get the right hires. Arizona's a team that could bounce back really, really quick because they've got pieces on defense. Depending on how they use free agency, who they hire, how they draft, they've got some pieces. What's up? The NFC, I think this team is either going to be gone right away or they're going to play for the championship. AFC is so damn wide open. Let's see. If I go through that, I know who I'm picking in the NFC. The NFC, I'm going to roll with. Let's see. Who do we got? So I think they beat them. And then I think they beat them. I'm going to guess, and it's a wild guess at this point. I'm going to guess Kansas City host Houston, and I'm going to guess that the LA Rams host the Philadelphia Eagles. Wait, what? I've told you all along, I think Nick Foles is a better quarterback for your team than Carson Wentz. Y'all are the ones that still want to believe that dude's a franchise quarterback. If you beat the Bears, you play the Saints, and you're a nightmare matchup for the Saints because you have a guy like Fletcher Cox that can totally destroy a game plan. And that's the teams that New Orleans has struggled with, is teams that have game wreckers in the middle. My pick isn't totally out of thin air. I have a reason why I think it could happen. I've never bought the Chicago Bears for 1 second all year. For one reason, Mitch Trubisky. You can hide a lot of things. One thing you can't hide in the playoffs is an awful quarterback. And I'm sorry, we played about our most piss poor game in Chicago. And the only reason we stayed in that game, the whole game, was Trubisky is awful. His stash game is on point. The Bears are in a dangerous spot, though. The Bears are in the spot that the Panthers were, what was that, 3 or 4 years ago? You fool yourself into thinking you're a lot better than you are because you're playing a last place schedule. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's poo. He's a better version of Blake Bortles. And I don't know about you, but I don't really consider that a compliment. I mean, I guess maybe some people would. I don't know. But that's all I see with Trubisky. But yeah, that game's a toss-up to me. That Philly and Chicago game is a toss-up. But I think if Philly wins that matchup, they match up decently with New Orleans. They just got to remember that guy on the outside that they seem to forget. Philly's got to remember they've got one of the best receivers in the NFL. And Rex Grossman's played in the Super Bowl. What's your point? Why? Because you think the Saints throw the ball all over the place and you have injuries at corner? That's not really who the Saints are. The Saints, you got to watch the Saints and know what they do. If you get in his face up the middle, it's exactly what Dallas did to him. You get into his face up the middle, he struggles. He always has and he always will because he's only 5'11". Or sorry, the Saints has convinced us that he's like 6'1". Fletcher Cox can be a game wrecker in that situation. And their defense is pathetic. It's hard to get sacked when you release the ball in half a second. Their offensive line is pretty good. I'm not gonna take that away from them. Their run game is all about splash plays. They don't run the ball consistently well in most games. But that's what I'm saying, Corey. It works for them. What doesn't work for them is if you have a game record like Fletcher Cox that gets in the backfield quick and makes Drew Brees double clutch a ball. Why would I be scared of them? We wiped away a 3-touchdown deficit to them in less than 5 minutes in their stadium. I'm not scared of them. We are a better team that got fucked over by a horrid spot when we played them. Don't get me started on that dumb game. Jason's already heard me on that game. Jason's like, oh God, here we go again. We faked a field goal. The NFL screwed us on a spot, then upheld it on review. And they took momentum. What's up, Dave? Happy New Year, my friend. Dude, that is a new case out on the table if anybody wants to grab a box. It's 175 shipped. Hang on one second, guys.
Give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
Oh, goodness. What up, cards in my mouth? What do we got going on? Let's see. Anybody want a 5-man 6-team draft on Bowman? Bowman is 175 shipped. We could do a 5-man 6-team for 280 a spot. If anybody wants to do that. Oh, goodness. Let's see. $175 a box. Brand new case out there on the table. What's up, Rotega? How you doing, my friend? Happy New Year. Hope yours was well. Oh man, I can't complain. No use in complaining anyway. Won't get me anywhere. Exactly. Nobody cares. Everybody's got their own issues. What's your best pull lately? Any monsters? Nada. We should pull you a nice orange auto then. I can't wait for this Leaf All Sport product that's coming. That stuff is gonna be nice. I don't think it's still a few months away. It kind of looks like in the game use. If you look on their Twitter account, some of the cards they've been pulling out, they've been showing are going to be, they're just gnarly. They had one that they were showing, it's a game used Barry Bonds patch that is the pirate head. It's the full pirate head, the old school logo. It's nasty. Um, they were showing off another piece was a Thurman Munson. Have you seen it, Cord? I'll see if I can get it to link. Brian Gray's been killing it lately. Let's see if I can find it. Some of the stuff they've been releasing lately has just been silly. Leaf Ultimate Sports, that's what they're calling it. That too. That's the card right there. That's crazy. This back to the days, like their newer stuff has been like you can open a case and not get crushed. Like 80% of products now, and it's probably even higher than that. And it's actually the I still think it's a ways away. I did get confirmation though, Jason. We messaged him directly. There will be Leaf Ultimate Hockey this year, but it will be way later. So we'll see. I wish we had enough people to do the wrestling. And the game used was good. I was watching that just the other day. It puts the lotion on its skin or it gets the hose again. Mister, it puts the lotion on its skin or it gets the hose again. That's an awesome book. That's an awesome book, by the way. If you've never read it, the book is creepier than the movie. Although Anthony Hopkins is phenomenal in the movie. Let's see what it's called. Did you do in the game use cord? That one was just as good as Pearl without the. Wasn't as expensive. There's a lot of nice stuff in there. We had a lot of big cards out of that one. We got a 101 Jordan patch card. Some other cool stuff. Anybody be interested in like random division for a box? Be like $30 a piece. Try to get something rolling. I'll ship the numbered stuff and the autographs. Wow. $1.75 a box. Brand new case on the table. Oh man. Oh goodness. $175 ship. Let's see. All right, guys. I'm gonna jump off real quick. I'm gonna get on a little bit later when the contenders comes in. So if y'all want to stop by and check that out, I'll see y'all then.